You're watching the Cowboys Report. As always, I am your host, Tom Downey. A little bit different show on tap for you guys today. We're going to preview Cowboys-Bengals. That game kind of sucks, though, so we'll look at other things going on around the NFL as well in terms of what could happen here, and especially with Mike McCarthy. So we'll begin with the game itself. Cowboys at the Cincinnati Bengals. Two bad teams, let's be honest here. 3-9 for the Cowboys, 2-9-1 for the Bengals. As bad as Dallas has been, they're the favorites in this game. 3.5 on the road against Cincinnati. Because in all honesty, folks, this is kind of the Spider-Man meme joke. Cowboys backup quarterback, bad and injured offensive line, coaching staff not doing a great job, bad defense, but they have good receivers. It's the same team. Funny enough. Now, if you guys want to bet on this game, do it with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Cowboys125. Now, I have stopped betting for the most part on Cowboys games this year. I am going to cash in my CeeDee Lamb over under 749.5 receiving yards. That is going to hit if he stays healthy. I think I might bet on this game. I think I might go Dallas because the Bengals are bad. And I think this is a Cowboys team that should win. They should. And by the way, for those of you who haven't signed up with BetUS yet, if you're a new customer, we have a deal for you. If you sign up and deposit at least $100, we're going to email you guys we're going to send you guys a Cowboys jersey. You have to email us, though, to claim it. That made no sense. Cowboys@chatsports.com. If you want the Dak Prescott jersey you see on screen, go sign up and deposit at BetUS. Then email us. Cowboys@chatsports.com. Go to BetUS@chatsports.com/bet right there at the bottom of your screen. Got to use that URL, and don't forget to use that promo code either. That is Cowboys125. If you don't use the URL, producer Brett yells at me, and I just don't want to deal with that right now because sometimes he can be a little mean. All right, back to this actual game here, right? Cowboys, you lost against the Ravens in Washington. I'm still not sure how this team beat Minnesota. Because Minnesota might be a playoff team this year, and they lost to the Cowboys. It doesn't make any sense. At home, too. It's just a weird game, right? The Bengals, meanwhile, had their own kind of Vikings game. They beat Tennessee. And then Joe Burrow got hurt. And the offense fell apart. And they've scored 10, 9, 17, and 7 since then. Yeah, not very good. It's a bad football team. It's two bad football teams taking each other on Sunday. So what I want you guys to do before we discuss the draft order and playoff stuff and Mike McCarthy's hot seat and some injury notes, I want you guys to predict the score of this game. Scroll on down to the comments section and get your votes in for Cowboys at the Bengals. If you get that ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down and get your votes in. Now, I did want to make note of this game because this game means a little bit more for me. Because my entire family, Bengals fans. Every single one of them. We've gone to games in the past. This is me as a little kid. You know, it's not the best angle of the helmet. That's my plastic Cowboys football helmet on top of a Bengals pillow and an all-NFL team blanket. Because apparently, little kid me could fall asleep with a plastic helmet on. Don't know how that quite worked out there. Also, think it might be a bit of a hazard. Maybe if my parents should have taken a photo and instead taken it off me for safety reasons. Either way, this game means more for me. And to put it bluntly, myself and my family aren't that attached to winning because we want the draft picks. Let's talk injuries then for the Cowboys. We'll come back to the draft side of it because that does matter on this front. Zeke Elliott, a calf issue. Cam Irving still battling that knee problem. Donovan Wilson, a groin injury. And Anthony Brown, ribs. Irving, I don't think he's going to go. Let's focus in on Zeke, though, here. He's back on that injury report with a calf injury now. Had a hamstring strain earlier, so he's still kind of dealing with that. The calf injury, meanwhile, is a bruise. So apparently it's a pretty nasty one, but not exactly ideal. And last week, Tony Pollard had his highest usage of the year in terms of pure snap counts. And he actually did a better job in pass protection, too, which matters. I would be open to utilizing Zeke a little bit less. Now, I want a touchdown because I have him on my dynasty team and I need to win that game. But I think for the Cowboys' perspective, maybe give him a little bit less work will end up paying off in the long run. I think that would end up helping this Cowboys team. And I don't think Pollard is going to be quite as efficient if he's not out there for every single rep or is out there for every single rep, but I think giving him some more work would pay benefits in the long run for the Cowboys. Secondary, meanwhile, Anthony Brown, I want to say he'll be able to play, but we'll see. The rib injury has been a problem. Donovan Wilson didn't practice again. He's got a groin issue. He might not be out there. Can we please free Reggie Robinson? I don't want to see Darian Thompson out there anymore. He's not the answer, guys. We know that. And Reggie Robinson, he might not be the answer either. But I know you're thinking, Tom, well, maybe he's bad in practice. Okay, this team trotted out Darian Thompson and Terrence Steele and Cam Irving for weeks over better options at those positions. They have lost the right to tell me that they are correct when evaluating their own players. I want to see Robinson this week. And frankly, the evaluation of their own talent is my biggest concern when it comes to this Cowboys coaching staff. And although Team Tank wants to lose this game, if Mike McCarthy loses out and you can't beat a bad Bengals team that, in all honesty, should fire their own head coach in Zach Taylor, maybe you don't bring back McCarthy. So Team Tank wants to lose this one. But if the Cowboys can't beat the Bengals and then they lose to the Niners and to the Eagles and to the Giants and go 3-13, maybe you should move on from McCarthy. Because as bad as this team is, and it's not all his fault, you should be able to beat the Bengals. Frankly, the past couple weeks, I have not expected to win for the most part. I expect to win this game if the Cowboys are trying to win games. So with that kind of McCarthy discussion in mind, let me know, what are you going to do with McCarthy? Type K for keep, type F for fire. This team is trying to win games right now, right or wrong, good decision or bad decision. If you can't beat the Bengals, maybe it should be fire. But get your votes in here, K for keep or F for fire. Now, if you guys have not already, hit that big red button and subscribe. We'll be live during Cowboys-Bengals, as we always are with our fun watch parties, bringing the bar to you guys. If you want to have some fun and joke around and I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but deal with a Cowboys game on Sundays, join us for those watch parties. Hit that big red button and subscribe today. I did want to mention both playoff picture and, more importantly, the draft order as well. In reality, the Cowboys are out. They are not on our playoff picture graphic anymore. They're simply not going to be able to get this done. Now, there is a possibility of the Cowboys making a miracle run and finding a way to win the NFC East, because as things sit right now, they're not that far out technically. It's 2 games. That's it. But you got swept by Washington, and that kind of kills your hopes in the NFC East, because Washington will probably win one more game at some point. Even if you win out, that might not be enough for the Cowboys. So, before we get into some draft discussion, and I'm curious how you guys vote here, assign a percentage chance that the Cowboys win the NFC East. Technically, it is above 0, because you might have like a 25% chance of winning each of your games down the stretch. And that equates to math that I'm not going to do because I'm not smart enough. But give me your percentage chance the Cowboys win the NFC East. As for me, I'm going to go with about 7. 6.9 to be exact. The Cowboys, they don't have much of a chance here. In fact, it is actually more likely that the Cowboys get eliminated from the playoff picture very soon. Now, they are officially out of the NFC East race with a loss and a Washington win. Just like that, they're eliminated. They are officially eliminated from playoff contention with a loss and that Washington win, plus either an Arizona or Bears or Minnesota or Lions win. Guys, season's over. You're not a playoff team. I've tried to tell you. The reality is, we're here. Embrace the tank, folks. Get your t-shirt today. Focus on the draft. Don't win that many games down the stretch. Win 1 or 2 if you want for confidence and team building or whatever. But your season's over. You are not winning the NFC East. You are not making the playoffs. You're cooked. It's done. It's over. Get your t-shirt today at chatsports.com/tank. Now, as mentioned, this game actually carries some intrigue when it comes to the current NFL draft order. The Jets and Jags probably can't catch them. They're probably going to take the first and second overall picks. But this is a 3 versus 5 matchup. If the Cowboys lose to the Bengals slide out of that number 3 overall spot. The Cowboys could take it. You still need the Chargers to win a game or two down the stretch, and they may or may not. They just got spanked by the Patriots. But if your only focus is, I don't care about McCarthy being the guy next year, I just want the top draft pick, you actually want to lose this game. And that might sound anti-competitive or whatever, but if you're only focused on getting the highest draft pick possible, be it to take Penei Sewell because the Bengals and Chargers would take him before you, or you want to trade down for the most you can, you actually are probably cheering for a loss. So with that in mind, this is a safe space. I will not tell you, at least for now, how you should operate as a Cowboys. And when we get to Week 17, you can only vote loss. As soon as you are officially eliminated, unless it's coaching reasons, you can only vote loss. But for this week, what do you guys want to do? Type W for win or type in L for lose against the Bengals. Now, I'll tell you who wants to win this one. Andy Dalton. This is a revenge game for Dalton. Now, kind of tying things back in, the last time the Cowboys and the Bengals played each other in Cincinnati, I went to the Cowboys game. And the last time I went to all the Bengals games, I was a little bit tipsy. I ripped on Dalton in that game. And I got some angry Bengals fans looking my way because I made some ginger jokes. And then this red-haired guy in a Dalton jersey turns around and stares at me, and I decided maybe I shouldn't talk so much because he's a pretty big guy. But Dalton hasn't been that great this year. But the Bengals' defense is bad. I think he's going to be motivated. I think he wants to have success in this game. I think this could be a good game for Dalton. Guys, this is a bad Bengals team. We can correctly blame injuries on offense for Dallas and bad coaching on defense. They can do the exact same thing. So with that in mind, I am going to predict a win for the Dallas Cowboys this week. I got the Cowboys winning 24-20. Bengals are going to start Brandon Allen or Ryan Finley at quarterback. That's bad. The defense should be better with no Joe Mixon either. So I got the Cowboys winning this game 24-20.